Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. I'm your host, Francy Hall. On today's show, we're going to be visiting with three women who started a group called the Survivor Sisters. And so we'll be joined by Bridget, Lawler, Katie Wanous, and Kristin, Glynn. And also, Leanne and I took a trip to LTO for the play The Foreigner, which is coming up for LTO's 50th anniversary year. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. Please stay with us. After a word from our sponsors, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
The Owatonna Foundation's mission is to support community progress, and the foundation has been doing just that since 1958 in the Owatonna community. By issuing over $11 million in grants, the Owatonna Foundation has helped organizations fulfill their goals in the areas of community, recreation, the arts, and education. Please consider a tax-deductible donation, a memorial, or possibly including the foundation in your estate planning so that together we can continue to make a positive, lasting impact in our community. Preserving the past, building the present, funding the future, that is what your Owatonna Foundation is all about.
Hi, I'm Larry Pierce and I play Charlie Baker.
And I'm April May Spring and I play Catherine Sims in LTO's current production of The Foreigner, directed by Kathy Rush and sponsored by United Prairie Bank.
Performances of The Foreigner will be held Friday and Saturday, October 16th and 17th at 7:30 p.m. with a matinee on Sunday, October 18th at 2 p.m.
And again, the following Thursday through Saturday, October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at the Little Theatre of Owatonna.org. Don't miss LTO's production of The Foreigner.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. Leanne and I are here in the Little Theatre, and we are going to be interviewing the director, Kathy Rush, and some of the cast of the new play coming up, The Foreigner. And so let's just meet Kathy right now. Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
Kathy, how long have you been directing?
I've been directing for about 25 years. I've directed a few shows here in Owatonna. I've directed at the Paradise Center for the Arts and the Little Theatre in the Northfield Arts Guild.
So actually quite a few venues that you've been going to.
Yes.
How do you get chosen to, direct a play in any of these places?
Well, they have different systems, each theater, but usually you send in a letter saying that you're interested in directing. And for this season, since it's their 50th anniversary, they had sent out a list of shows that they had done in the past that they really wanted to see done again. So this is one that they did 27 years ago. And so I had directed this for Faribault a few years ago and loved the script. So I offered to direct it for Little Theater.
How wonderful. So it's kind of like bringing back the greatest hits. Is that what they're doing?
That's right. That's right. And I think the exciting part about us doing it now is that the person that played the main character, Larry Pierce, played it 27 years ago. And so he is playing that role again in our production. So that's very exciting. He's just wonderful to work with.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be neat, especially for people who saw it 27 years ago to see the differences. But that's really neat. So, we should really, before we get going any further, let people know when this play is taking place. And it is going to take place October 16th, 17th, 18th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th here at LTO, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, the Sunday is the only matinee. The rest are at 7:30.
And which one of those dates is the Sunday? Is that the 18th is the only matinee?
Correct.
So if you're a daytime person, that's the one to go to. You've directed how many plays again?
Probably about 30.
How do you find these plays? I mean, where do they come from?
Well, I go see a lot of shows, and so that's where I get a lot of inspiration. Season tickets at the Guthrie, and go to a lot of community theater productions from around the region. So that's one way. You pick up scripts, read catalogs with scripts in them, and then if something looks interesting, send for it and read it. So
for those of us who don't know this stuff, there are catalogs of what, Broadway shows and things like that?
Sure. Samuel French has a catalog of lots of different shows, and yeah, a lot of them you can get through the library.
Our local library?
That's right. They can get it for you.
I love our library so much. You've been directing for quite a few years. You've done 30 plays. What goes into directing a play?
Well, I think the most important part is casting. And to me, that makes a world of difference in how everybody works together. You want a cast that enjoys doing this sort of thing and that has the ability to create a character. And I find my job is just to kind of help mold those characters, and then have really good technical group. And I know that here at LTO, I have wonderful technical directors and people that come and help just prompt for the show or help with props or help work on this wonderful set. We have a huge amount of people that have helped make this work, and so that's very important.
How many people did it take to build this set?
Well, I think one Saturday, we had about 10 people here just painting and building, and everybody has their own skills and pulling props, and it's just fun to come and work with all these people.
It sounds like it's just a community of people.
It definitely is, yeah, because no one gets paid. They just come in and do it because they enjoy it.
So, Kathy, tell us, what is this play, The Foreigner, about?
Well, this play takes place in the 80s, and it's in Georgia, in rural Georgia. And there is a woman who owns this resort, and people come and stay here. And she has a friend from England, and he comes over every year. And he brought a friend of his who has just gone through sort of a issue with his wife, so he's very depressed. And so but he's very shy. So he tells his friend, I don't want to talk to anybody while I'm here. So the friend says, well, okay, I'll fix it for you. And he tells everybody in the house that the man is a foreigner and he doesn't speak English. So, of course, everyone thinks, well, he doesn't understand anything I'm saying. So they start telling him things, and he hears all sorts of secrets that he shouldn't know. So it's pretty exciting. It's very funny. And there's some excitement towards the end of the show, some magic that you'll have to come and see.
It sounds great. What does it mean to have been chosen to direct one of the plays that's in LTO's anniversary year?
Absolutely. It's very much an honor for me to do that, and I'm very pleased. I think everyone that comes is going to enjoy the show a great deal.
All right. Well, maybe we should meet some of the cast members. What do we think? Okay, let's do that. Let's start over here with Michael Connor. Hello, Michael.
Hi. My name's Owen Musser. I'm the Tillman County Property Inspector here in Georgia.
I'm so sorry, Owen. It's Owen Musser?
Yeah.
All right, Property Inspector?
That's right.
Owen, how long has the person who's portraying you been in theater?
Actually, I started this in high school, but I moved away for a long time, and when I came back in 2010, I started up here at the Little Theater.
So how did you become an actor? Was it high school or, drama class?
Yeah. It just seemed like such fun. You get to dress up and be somebody that you wouldn't normally be.
What do you like best about being Owen Musser?
He's pretty much the exact opposite of anybody that I would want to be portrayed as. He's an evil, horrible man, and you just know right away that this is the bad guy in the show, and I get to be the bad guy.
Do you like to be the bad guy?
I do, yeah, because it's something, like I say, I don't normally do that, and you just kind of get to let it all out of your system.
So many actors say that it's really fun to play the bad guy, right? What other roles have you played for Little Theatre of Owatonna?
Oh boy, let's see. I was a sheriff in Fruitcakes. It was a Christmas show. What else was I in here? Gypsy. I played a bunch of different characters in Gypsy, and I think there's one more that I can't think of right now.
So you've been in a few LTO plays over the years. What's your favorite part about being in an LTO play?
Oh, this theater is just crazy. It's a really nice spot. It's a good room to play. The nice thrust stage gets you right out in front of the people. The amenities downstairs are really excellent. They're helpful, and it's home. You know.
Right. You don't have far to travel. And that's good, because how many hours a week do you put into this after your day job?
3 a day, maybe, Monday through Thursday, something like that. 3 hours.
What kind of big bucks do you get paid?
We don't get paid. We do take bribes, but we do not get paid for this at all. It's just, like Kathy said, it's just for the love of it.
So that's what does keep you coming back for something that you're not being paid for?
Just the fun of it. There's nothing more, nothing less.
Sounds like a fun play, so we'll look forward to seeing you being the dastardly guy in this play. Thanks, Michael. All right, hello there. And now, who do we have sitting next to me?
My name's Nate Chesney.
And Nate, what character are you playing in this play?
I play the Reverend David Lee.
Do you have any experience in being a reverend?
No, not at all.
What's your day job?
My day job is I work for the clinic doing computer repair work.
So how many plays have you been in for LTO and then in general?
This is my first play for LTO, but I've been in 10 in other places.
So you're pretty accomplished as well. Yeah. And what is your favorite thing about the character that you're playing for this role?
He has, I don't want to give too much away. I'll just say this. He has different sides to him. So it's nice to be able to act one way with one person and completely act the opposite with somebody else.
So you have a range that you're playing in here. He's not just a one-dimensional guy.
Absolutely.
Okay. And let me see, I'm sorry, I had a good question that I wanted to ask him here. Let's see. How did you become an actor? How could I forget that?
It started in high school. I graduated from the Owatonna High School in 2005, and I did some shows there, and that's what got me really interested in it.
Well, we hope that you have enjoyed meeting these actors, the director, and the characters as well, and that you will come and see this play. We want to remind you one more time that this, The Foreigner, will be on October 16th, 17th, 18th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th as a part of the 50th year of Little Theatre of Owatonna. Thanks for joining us. Stay with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Mike Bath, General Manager of the Napa Distribution Center and 2015 Corporate Campaign Leader for United Way of Steele County. Every dollar donated during this year's United Way campaign is an investment in the future of our county. Our goal this year is to raise $670,000 to create a stronger, healthier community where everyone has the opportunity to meet their basic life needs and reach their full potential. It takes all of us pulling together to meet our common goals. And thank you for doing your part to support United Way of Steele County by giving from the heart to this year's campaign.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with Tps Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
I'm Bill Owens with the Owatonna Business Incubator. Whether your business is just starting out or is expanding, we have the office space and manufacturing space that you need. As the Small Business Counseling Center for this region, we are able to help you in your expansion or your startup of your business. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. We are joined now by the Survivor Sisters, and that's Katie Wanous, Kristin, Glynn, and Bridget Lawler. Hello.
Hello.
Let's introduce everybody to you, and then we'll talk about what Survivor Sisters is. So, Katie.
Yes, I'm Katie Wanous. For my work, I am a school counselor at Wilson Elementary, and I have a family, and I'm here, and thank you for having us.
Oh, we're so glad that you're here. And how about you, Kristin?
I am Kristin Glynn, and I am a home care physical therapist with Allina Health Home Care in Owatonna.
Okie dokie. And Bridget?
Yes, I'm Bridget Lawler, and I work for Federated here in Owatonna in the tax area, and have 3 grown kids, and love this community. So
Great. Well, and so you are the Survivor Sisters. I think there's one original member that is not here. Who?
Mary Shrepfer, yes, and she is teaching and was unable to make it today.
Okay. She's taking care of our kids.
Right.
You can't come
Someone's
on the
got
show.
to.
Yeah. So, what is Survivor Sisters?
Survivor Sisters Support is a group of 4 survivors of cancer. And what happened was I had breast cancer when it was late 2009. So I went through the journey. And months later, Kristin Glynn went through the journey. And together, we informally tried to pay it forward, and we tried to help others going through it. And it was it was sporadic. And then we had Mary Shrepfer, our friend. She had it later. And then finally, we had Bridget Lawler, and just a year ago.
Right.
And so all 4 of us thought, there's no support groups, there's no support formally here. And so about a half a year ago, we decided let's form something. So we've become very close. And we've become very passionate about this group.
And what's wonderful is this community, if there's something missing, someone's going to come and try and fill that need. And thank you for doing that. So Survivor Sisters, when talking to you earlier, you said, we can approach others going through this journey as sisters. So it doesn't have to be a woman going through it, right?
it does not. No, we sort of think of ourselves as the Survivor Sisters. That's kind of what we had come up with. But as we had mentioned earlier, we would be open and really wanting to support anybody going through the cancer journey. So,
and I want to get into kind of exactly what the group does, but I would first like to know, if that's okay, what your personal story is with cancer.
Well, as I said, late 2009, going about my business, thinking everything was going to be fine and making plans, and, I had a different direction, a real right turn.
Real detour.
Yes, my husband noticed a dimple underneath my breast. I hadn't seen it. I did the monthly exams, but not a dimple, an indent. And so I feel like my husband was my hero.
Oh, yeah.
And so a week later, I was diagnosed. They rushed me through all of the different tests. I went over to Mayo in Rochester. Probably 3 weeks later, had surgery, Christmas, and then...
On Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
But
Yeah, that was fun. And then we, after my bilateral, because we treated it aggressively right away. And that's my main focus was, let's do it once and be done with it. So a bilateral, and then went through chemo treatment, and then radiation. So it was about a 6 month of aggressiveness, and then 3 surgeries later, I was told I was cancer-free.
I'm so glad. Congratulations. That's good news. Yes.
And mine was April of 2010, and my husband also detected mine with palpation. And I had a mammogram the year before, and it wasn't on the mammogram. And so as soon as he found it, we started the whole process. And I went through chemo before surgery, so mine was a little bit different than Katie's. But I was able to go through 3 months of chemo and then have a bilateral. And didn't have to do radiation, but I had that aggressive form of treatment. So.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. How about you, Bridget?
Well, mine was, I was diagnosed a year ago in May of 2014, and we caught it very early, but it is a very aggressive, unusual cancer, and so I did go through surgery and a number of chemotherapy treatments, and it was just I guess we wanted to treat it as aggressively as possible, kind of like what Katie said, just to, from out the gate, just to treat it as aggressively as we can, and just make sure that we took care of things. So,
what was the thing that each of you didn't realize that you would need, but that you really needed the most?
Support,
through your journey.
and to accept it. I think we're all very giving people, and so to receive it was very hard, but very important.
Support from other people.
Receive the support as much as you can, as long as you can. It's needed.
It's very easy to help others, but it's really, really hard to accept that help and accept the fact that you need the help.
Right, and I think for me a big thing was I had awesome support with family and friends, but not so much from people who had been through the journey or who knew what it was about. And so when I met Kristin and Katie, that really made a huge difference for me. Someone who knew exactly how I was feeling at different times. That made a huge difference for me. So,
and hence Survivor Sisters.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
We are so fired up about it. Half a year, again, we established it. We meet every third Thursday of every month at Trinity Lutheran Church up in the mezzanine. It's a very beautiful, relaxing place. And
what time?
At 5 o'clock.
Okay.
That's just part of our group, is having that support group per se, but it's not a traditional support group.
Not a traditional type of, well, let's just be clear, that's this Thursday. So if somebody is interested, or if somebody knows someone who's going through this and can drag them there, maybe, I don't know. It's 5 o'clock at Trinity.
They could come to the
Thursday.
meeting. We also have a Facebook page,
Okay.
Survivor Sisters Support. So if you just went on Facebook and looked that up, you'd be able to find us. And then there's contact information there for all of us as well, if you wanted to reach out that way.
Well, and there's these little flyers all over town
Right.
too that have names and phone numbers and information. Tell us about, you said it's not a traditional group. Tell us about what Survivor Sisters does.
Well, we go where the person is at on the journey. What are their needs? Sometimes they don't know what their needs are, and we can offer. We offer meals. We offer family mentors, us as mentors. We offer grocery shopping, cleaning, care packages. We have wonderful support in our community. We have committees that are, like Barb Sebring is heading up a committee of making prayer scarves or shawls. We have Namira, I believe it's called, Nancy Keller, and Mary Cronin. They have these wonderful soaps that they donate. We have gift cards. A committee makes gift cards. So gift cards, and we also thank you cards or appreciation cards. Every month we write cards to. We have Sister Salon that donates wonderful 30-minute massages if they need, or whatever they'd like.
Oh.
So we have so much support.
Thank you, Sister Salon.
Yeah. Yes, and gas cards, food cards, whatever is needed. So it's more one-on-one. We want it to be more personal.
Right. And that might mean a text saying, good luck at chemo today. How did you feel after chemo? How did you feel day 3 after chemo? So we don't want people to think it's sitting around a round table and discussing things. It's very individual and meeting people where they are at.
It's not a pity party around a table.
Right.
It's really about supporting one another.
Encouragement and support through the journey.
What's the most positive thing that you've taken away from your journey?
I would say that just the knowledge that there are so many other people that want to help you, people that you don't even know, people that you first meet. So just knowing, the love and the support that's out there in the community is wonderful. That's for me anyway.
And it certainly helps you put things in priority and find out what is important in your life.
Appreciation. Appreciation for everything and everybody.
And every day?
Every day.
Every day.
What does it put in perspective the most? Like, what's one of the things that just stood out so clear to you through this journey that was the most important thing in your life?
I think
it's a hard question.
Just knowing that we're strong women, that we can fight this beast and we can overcome it, and we want to send that message for others and support them.
You had something, if you want to really very quickly just say this.
Okay, yes. This kept me going every day. What cancer cannot do. Cancer is so limited. It cannot cripple love. It cannot shatter faith. It cannot destroy peace. It cannot kill friendships. It cannot silence courage. It cannot invade the soul. It cannot conquer the spirit.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being here. And if you need some support, do reach out. The information is there on your screen for the Survivor Sisters. Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
You please come back. We'll be right back with our community announcements.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. In mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back. We are your Community Connection, and here are some of the community events coming up. The Owatonna Foundation is pleased to make available $15,000 to assist students who will be attending non-four-year programs at technical community colleges. The applications must be submitted by October 25th, and you need to apply online at www.owatonnafoundation.org. If you have any questions about these grants or scholarships, call Jill Holmes at 455-3059. Little Theatre of Owatonna is announcing auditions for its upcoming holiday show, A Christmas Carol, in LTO's 50th anniversary season. Auditions will be held from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 18th and Monday, October 19th at the Little Theatre. If you have questions or want more information, call Jeffrey Jackson at 507-475-0172. The Art Center is holding a fall luncheon on October 14th. That's Wednesday, this Wednesday. Lunch includes a 3-course meal catered by Gar Olson, organic certified chef from Spare Time Entertainment. And speaker at the luncheon will be Leanne Kaupa, who is a registered dietitian. Tickets are $20 for OAC members, $25 for non-members, and are available at Cockeys and Owatonna Arts Center. Call 451-0533 for more questions. We want you to know that if you have ideas for future shows, we'd love to hear about them. Contact us at owatonnatoday@charter.net. Stay with us. Coming up on Wednesday, we have an update from the Owatonna Police Department, and we're visiting with Owatonna businesswomen and their leadership workshop.